making my own decisions. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, DMC, daCat, Shiro, ladies, Quakey update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, especially the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Everyone comment F down below to pay respects to Ozzy Osbourne. That is where the song came from today. I don't want to stop. Great man. It was my dream, my wish to have Ozzy Osbourne marry. Oh, it was my dream for me and whomever I was getting married to be married by Ozzy. Like he would perform the ceremony. That was the goal. And unfortunately now my lifelong dream of having Ozzy Osbourne officiate my wedding will never happen. Maybe an AI version of him can come out one day, but oh God, like great man, great music, great, just great example of Prince of Darkness. Love him. Anyway, let's get to the day here. It has been a day. Everyone comment down below if you missed Dr. Astaf and Crypto Rain, because they unfortunately they're not here, but it's because of a good reason. They are on their way to San Diego Comic-Con. Yes, that is this week. San Diego Comic-Con starts, and technically the festivities start tomorrow. B&B just reached a new high of $788. God damn. There's a ton of money flowing through these markets right now. Feel God in this Chili's tonight. That's an Office reference. What do we have here? 7. So I guess we'll go over DEVVE first, because I've been getting a ton. Come on, get out of there, get out of there. I'm sorry, these notifications are going insane. I wrote like one panel of a page today over up for the comics, because it's just been such a massive day. Anyway, DEVVE is up almost 26% on the day. So yesterday, as I was being like, oh man, DEVVE down again. So I bought a little bit more. And guys, I have really next to no money left. I have really next to no cash. I kept buying, and it's like, I think DEVVE was up to like 60 cents at one point today. It was like 58, 59 cents, wicked up there. And I was like, ooh, you know, I should sell a little bit, because again, I had enough, or what I thought was enough of DEVVE, and then the price kept going down. And I was like, oh, well, this number in which I have is clearly not enough. So I kept buying, and it ate up a decent amount of the extra money I had. And now I need to go in and also pay for tomorrow. And I might go live for tomorrow's drop in about 15 hours. I might be live. So the thing is, tomorrow I have Oleg from Sweatcoin. That is going on tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So when the drop is at 11, I might go live at like 10:30 to like 11:30, and then, or maybe 11:45. Take a 15-minute break, then go live with Oleg. Because the Silver Surfer thing is tomorrow, and I have so much stuff to do tomorrow. There's a Vault Space I have to be on. There's a Heinecoin meeting I have, then a stream tomorrow night as well. Plus whatever other meetings form. Today it was a bit of a day. Few meetings, few spaces. One meeting took like 2.5 hours, and I'm like, oh my God. But it was great. So I guess that's another thing that I'll go over. First, I'll go over why DEVVE is up today. So yesterday they had a news from DevStream. DevStream is listed on the NASDAQ. They ESG type of stuff, right? And they got a $300 million deal done, where the first tranche, which is happens to be 1/30th of the deal, because again, $300 million deal, the first tranche was 10 million. I don't know if every tranche will be 10 million, but either way, that is going to help set up their liquid reserves of Bitcoin, Solana, and DEVVE. Is that what it is? Did they start buying already, or did people see the news and like, okay, they're going to buy Bitcoin and Solana? That's really cool. Good for them. They're going to buy DEVVE. What the heck is DEVVE? And so you might have seen a little bit. And as far as the wallets go, the amount of wallets have stayed pretty much the same. So I don't see any real outside wallets coming in. This might have been just people that read that article yesterday and said, oh, okay, this is what's happening. And they decided to buy. I probably should take a little profit because I should, like when something goes up 25%, it's probably not a bad idea to take a little bit. Take a little, that's $1,000. But at the end of the day, like if I do that, I know immediately if it goes back down to 40 cents, I'm going to rebuy. And again, that's why I would only take a little bit, because if I take like 10 grand off the table or 20 grand off the table, I know it's going to like triple tomorrow. I'm like, well, and then I'll hate myself for life. Let's see what it has over on the. Oh, also what I was looking at, top gainers for cat coins, for cat themed tokens on Ethereum. So cat is number 11 on there. Cat is number 11 on that list, and it is less than $150,000 away from being in the top 10 for their market cap. But we will go over that another time because of the wonderful things he does. Because I'm going to go over Devi here. It's at 54 on CoinGecko. It's actually up 29% on the day, so huzzah to them. This is with $900,000 in volume. This is such a low amount of volume. What happens when you add a zero onto that? 900,000 in volume gets you 29% up on the day. So add a zero to that, and we have 9 million in volume. Add 2 zeros to that, because at some point we'll have 90 million in volume. Does this go up 25x? Probably not. But does this go up, like 6x? Yeah, I can see it going to like $3. Just on that type of volume, going up to 90 million. But again, just even focus on the first one. Do a 10x in volume from here at 9 million. Again, do you go up 3x, or do you go up 3x? Probably not. But can you go up 100%? Yeah, I think that's possible. I think you double. This is one of those things where once it takes off, it's going to take the F off. And that roadmap should come out within the next 5 weeks. I think we get that. I think we get that by the end of August. It could come out sooner, but then we'll really be able to see what they're kind of. And apparently, I learned that there's a whale group in DEVVE, and you need 100,000 DEVVE to join in. I don't have that yet. I could, but I don't. If DEVVE, if Definity goes, like 2-3x, I'll take a little bit off, and then I'll get my 100K DEVVE. But right now, it's just that's a lot. I am almost whole on this. Not yet. I put in like 40-ish thousand. It is, well, it's close. The other day it was worth like 29,000. So I'm very okay. Is it irrevocable or revocable? Okay, hang on. I got a copy. Send over to mommy friendo. I'm pretty sure it's revocable. Gonna text him. All right, sorry, we're working on a deal here. Working on a deal. So yeah, I'm almost made whole on Devi here. He does. Oh, okay. He does property owner through trust all the time. Heck yeah. Should be revoked. J Toer says the NFT market is booming right now. Stacking season 1 gems ASAP. So right now there's two. Well, I guess there's 3 forms of thought. There's 3 camps for NFTs. One right now, people are like, okay, they see Pudgy Penguins, they see CryptoPunks just absolutely rocket, right? And I even made a video last night. I released it this morning. How to make money on NFTs in 2025 on VeVe. It's similar to Pokemon, where Pokemon you tend to have if it's old, if it's popular, if it's rare, and granted Pokemon there's mint involved, or is it a PSA 9, PSA 10? Is it an error card? First edition shadowless, et cetera, et cetera. So there's a lot of layers for Pokemon, but digital collecting, it's so different. Because I was telling someone the other day, I forget who I was on video with, but I had said, oh, it might have been Quakey. It might have been the Quakey guy. And I said, listen, all of my clients in the Pokemon business, every single one of them had said that their partners all gave them the same issues. Like, you have too much, it's taking up too much room, you can't do it, I won't allow it. And because a lot of them were let their wives wear the pants of the family, they said they had to stop. And I was like, listen, my guy, I have almost 1,100 collectibles and almost 800 comics, and it doesn't take up any room in the house. It just lives in my phone. I love this. I love this game. And yeah, digital collecting I feel like is superior for many reasons. Earth2 version 1 is live. A tremendous day for the E2 family. I haven't even checked Essence in a minute. And so strange that Earth2 version 1 is live. It's only up 1% on the day with $9,000 in volume. Earth2 is, I was saying Earth2 is undervalued at 2.5 cents. It's now 5 cents. So it has doubled, but it's still stupid undervalued. In my opinion, again, this $9,000 in volume. I think part of what Earth2 really doesn't have is just that visibility. And that visibility that wants to make it to make it grow. I mean, yesterday I think daCat had like 11,000 in volume. It beat it. And now today again 9,000 volumes. And that happens from time to time where you have off days where nobody's really buying. But for Earth2 version 1 being live, I feel like people should have gotten that bread and be like, okay, it's real. Like, everyone knows it's real anyway. What I like to think of as real is $500,000 in liquidity for daCat. Love that stuff. We'll go over daCat in a second. But let me go over the rest of Earth2. 18.5 million fully diluted market cap. This is obviously all this is going to be on Uniswap. That's all the volume there. I think at some point Earth2 goes absolutely insane. 100x from here, just be $5. Aria Realty would be a freaking deca millionaire. I don't know who else. We'll see. I believe patience will be rewarded for the Earth2 peeps. Again, in my opinion. J-Tor, the NFT markets boom. Yeah, agreed. So you have people that are saying, okay, Pudgy Penguins are booming, and I think that's the thumbnail of today's video. And they're at 50. Let's go to OpenSea and take a look. We are at 15.55 ETH. That is a $57,000 market cap. Or I'm sorry, I'm sorry. That's a $57,000 floor of Pudgy Penguins, and I don't think that was it 1,300 for. I don't think. Would I rather have one Pudgy Penguin or 44 partner statues? Figure partner statues around $1,300. I'd probably rather have 44 partner statues, because then you could sell like 39 of them and still have 5 left. Yeah, it's 1,290. So it's very close to 1,300. It actually was down to 11 something before someone bought it, which is fine. I just don't think that. Again, Pudgy Penguins is great. I love that VeVe and Pudgy Penguins are going to share a panel in 2 days. It'll be like 2 days from now. That'll be over. I don't know what they're going to talk about. Todd McFarlane's going to be there. It's going to be pretty fun. Todd McFarlane, by the way, kind of messed up. I offered him I think like a 10% share in the daCat IP to just to do a cover art for one of our comics. Said no. I think at that time we would have valued daCat IP as like a $50,000 market cap, so it would have been like a 5K thing for him. He would have got all like a bunch of residuals, any profits that we would have got, he would have got 10% of. And he didn't do it. Thank God, because now it's worth 150K. And I just had a meeting with one of the artists for like 2.5 hours today. What, guys? Let me show you some of the freaking some of the incredible artwork. Oh gosh, that you're gonna see here. But first, let me take a look see at Mutant apes. Nah, what are we gonna do? There's Pudgy Penguins, Moonbirds. Let's try Moonbirds. At a 1.7K ETH floor, which I believe 62, almost $6,300. Incredible. Anyway, let me. Oh gosh. Let me show y'all something real quick. Let me get my Telegram up here. I have so many messages. I apologize that I'm never going to get back to anyone. Like, oh shit. This shit looks so freaking good. Like, look at this. Like, this is so freaking brilliant. Definitely gonna want to do. What is that? 2025 mints. Definitely want to do that because the NFT bull market is here. I don't think it's really reached. I don't think it's reached Bored Apes yet. Oh shoot, give me one sec. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure revocable. Okay. Sure, it's revocable. Revocable. Okay. Does property owner through trust all the time? Okay, cool. This guy does this through trust all the time. Should be good. All right, sweet. I forget what it was. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go to Bored Apes, right? And see where they. Oh, actually, we're gonna do CryptoPunks first. 47, almost 48 ETH floor, 47.9. It's $177,000 floor. That is bananas. That is a down payment on a house. And people are just like, no, I don't need I don't need to put a down payment on a house. I need to, which again, like that goes from what I was talking about yesterday. There's a book called, and I'll go over this every day. There's a book called The Millionaire Next Door. Two doctors making 700 grand a year each. The end of X amount of years, one is worth 7.5 million, one is worth 400K. Why? Because one doctor is balling out. He's got a mansion, he's got a bunch of supercars, goes on vacation multiple times a month, and the other guy that's worth 7.5 million doesn't really do that. Has a sensible car, sensible clothes, sensible house, and this is what I see people do. Like, there's a speech in Pokemon the movie 2000 where the lady who we like never see again, she's like, some trainers have no fear, and then at the end of the speech she says like, it is what will separate those who will be true Pokemon masters. And you have people, and I hate to generalize like this, a lot of people that I see that take these risks that. Now, Grant, I should also mention this. A lot of people take risks. A lot of times doesn't work out. A lot of people don't do it on research. They just do it on like faith and like conviction. And you have to be right. Like there's no point in being. You could be 100% like conviction in something, but if it's the wrong play and for not the right reason, like it's not good. I believe in my heart. Okay, what research have you done? So this is why I thoroughly enjoy a lot of what's on VeVe as opposed to a lot of other stuff. Like, again, in the short term, crypto dick butts and autoglyphs and Milady makers and Azuki will probably go bananas. You might add a zero to them. They might go insane. Over the course of the next 10, 20 years, who knows? And obviously that's a long way away, but I would not fade Superman, Batman, Spider-Man, etc. But yeah, there's some people that will be like, yeah, you know what? I'm not gonna, I have this $200,000, could put a down payment on a house, or you could buy a CryptoPunk. CryptoPunks probably still have a long way to go, considering we're at 3,700 ETH, 3,700 ETH. And I don't think that stops anytime soon. Like, interest rates haven't lowered yet. You have these two beautiful pieces of news today. One is that President Trump announces a new trade deal with the Philippines. The US will pay 0 tariffs, while the Philippines will pay 19%. And then you have recently, this just happened like not even about an hour ago, President Trump announces the largest deal ever made, with Japan investing $550 billion into the US. And the US getting 90% of those profits. A lot of that is going to be front run. A lot of that is going to be a lot of oil and gas. A lot of that's just pipelines, job creation going into midterms, 2026. Man's a freaking genius. I know I want the Epstein files as much as anyone. For right now, let him cook and let him pump my bags. But again, this is when interest rates are still like 5% on the 30-year Treasury bill, which is bananas. This is bananas. I think that it was rumored that Powell like resigned today, or fake news from like Ash Crypto Real. It's like, oh, Powell just resigned. I'm like, what? And then obviously he took it down because it wasn't real. It'll go to Bored Apes. It'll go to Crypto. It'll go to Azuki. Like there's still a couple of things out there that probably have to run before VeVe does. I don't know how long. Could be a couple months, but it could be very, very soon. We've already seen movements a little bit. Partner statue, Spider-Man logo. Again, this is why I loaded up. Saw what was happening, and why I got some good stuff. J-Toys keep stacking those season 1 common rare DeLoreans. Gotta love the DeLoreans. They're great. Penguins says it's time something happens to OMI. So it's possible that OMI runs first, but you see the NFTs running. I think that goes into VeVe first, and then as the VeVe stuff rises, then boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Then I think OMI goes. So it's possible that OMI runs first, but the way I kind of see it up there, it's looking like it'll do that the collectibles will go up first. And again, I don't think it'll be stuff from DesignerCon. I don't think it'll be Tokidokis. Some of the Tokidokis will probably do really well, because some of them are rare, and Tokidoki has a massive, massive following. But I think it will be those blue chips again. Super first appearance Superman, Spider-Man, Batman. Those Riso. I don't. So I have Todd. I don't want to put my bags. But Riso is going to do really well. I have 3 gold logos. Speaking of which, Foster. So I don't know if he heard me yesterday. God, I have so much freaking stuff to go over. I don't know if Foster heard me yesterday when I said like, oh yeah, Foster hasn't really replied to anything much. Well, today he said, it's my birthday. Ask me anything. Cosmo says, happy birthday. You're 1 year older and about 10 years more battle tested after these last 12 months. What a year it's been. Rudy says, happy birthday. Will you be at New York Comic Con? Australia says, planning on it. Looking forward to seeing you there, hopefully. Those tax returns, we'll get the truck rolling quick. Okay. 2 years personal. Okay. Is it 2 years personal? Yeah, 2 years personal tax returns. 2 years personal tax returns when you get a chance. And then we'll see if that goes. Hopefully that's good. Valentine's, happy birthday, Foster. You've been a pioneer and a role model for community. Thank you for your efforts. Hope you have a great day. Regarding to the AMA, and knowing everything you know about OMI and VeVe, would you invest as heavily in OMI as you did in the past? There's no way he can answer this. Foster says, hindsight is always 20/20. I don't regret the thesis, but my timing certainly could have been better. FWIW, I'm not sure what that means. I believe even more now than I did when I joined 4 years ago, and I know that at the end of the day, it will have all been worth it. I say, we love you, Foster. What's been your biggest sacrifice these past 2 years? And he says, great question, Randy. I'd say it's probably missing out on the joy of spending time with people in the community I've developed relationships with and speculating on licenses, plans, features that would be coming. I've had to take a bit of a step back with how I communicate with people and the things that I say or feel, as it could be perceived as a reflection of the commitment or plan the company has put in place. Sometimes it's hard to balance and keep the genuine joy that led me to getting the job, with responsibility and knowledge that there are a lot of people that are relying on me to represent them and deliver on things that matter and are important to them. I hope the people I've come to know understand the steps back I've had to take from the relationships that I've made and the reasons why. What keeps me going is knowing that when we inevitably deliver on all of the things that the community wanted and more, that it will all have been worth it. Damn, that is, well, that is great to read. Also very, very melancholy. Just, it's got to be very lonely at the top for Foster. Deadline says, "Grats, buddy." Or I have to ask, what's your OMI price prediction? Foster puts a gif of Simpsons and Magic 8 Ball. Jesse the Frog says, "Are you happy? And what is your biggest wish for you and your family?" Foster says, "I try to focus on things that make me happy, as I've gotten older, has been less about material things and more about the love for my family and friends. I don't always have enough time in the day to decide to focusing on the things that make me happy, but I think I've done a better job of balancing than I used to. Biggest wish for me and my family is their continued health and happiness. So many things we have control over, but some of the most important we don't. Every day is a blessing." Just my hard question now. Did you lose quite a bit of hope on many speculations that you helped entertain for the fun of the journey after you took place on the VeVe team? Well, first off, he does not work for VeVe. He works for Comey, but I'll read his answer anyway. It says, "Didn't lose hope, but it was certainly a reality check to see how many checks and balances exist when trying to build a business and just how many considerations there are before committing to a decision. I don't envy David and Dan for the responsibility they're tasked with, but I can also say they work incredibly hard to grow a project and want to see it succeed, which comforts me." Jesse says, "Is there any underlying sub-projects within VeVe you didn't see coming and that are highly compelling to you in the future of VeVe? One we know about yet, one we might have speculated about, but without any clue." Again, he doesn't work for VeVe. Even Foster says, "I don't work for VeVe, so I'm not always privy to things that they're cooking if they don't directly involve OMI. That being said, they continue to surprise and impress me with the quality of assets and brands they're working with, so it wouldn't be a surprise to me if they continued to surprise and delight moving forward." Nice to hear. VeVe Fam Bam says, "Happy birthday, Foster. What's your favorite VeVe-related video that you've done, alone or with the VeVe fam?" He says, "A great question, Fam Bam. I've done so many, and we'll probably forget the actual one, but the first one that came to mind were the shorts I did for being able to buy OMI on base when it first came out. I did silly gimmicks like literally running the bases or pretending to race Usain Bolt, and my wife came out and helped me film them, and some of the outtakes and bloopers were absolutely hysterical. I haven't really had her help me on videos to date, so that afternoon filled me with laughter, will be one I carry with me." Aw. Should totally post those bloopers. Arctura says, "Would you like a tier 1 OMI exchange listing to celebrate your birthday?" Foster said, "I would love one. You know of anyone who are feeling like celebrating with me?" Moving on. No Flamingo says, "Pengu." A lot of stuff including Pengu. Actually, what is Pengu doing? Let's take a look and see. Pengu's got to be in the top 100, right? Number 55, up 11% on the day, 12% on the day. Pengu's doing really well. Pengu's getting that bread. Speaking of other stuff that we're doing here, let's do Shiro. Let's see where the Shiro's at. I don't know what they're talking about. I'm making my own decision. Down about 3% on the day, 700K in volume, and they are at a $6.5 million market cap. Ooh, my back. You got daCat that is right behind it. You know, daCat's $2 million market cap. Shirou is 6.5 million. Really like to catch Shiro. And this, like, again, Shiro has so many burns and they have buybacks and they have this big community. It's really going to, and I hold a bunch of Shiro. Like, they sponsor the channel. I hold thousands of dollars worth of Shiro. Again, they sponsor the channel. I'm working for Shiro in a couple of different ways. I have 2 announcements, that one of which will probably be a joint announcement that me and Hiro do together for Shiro. The other one, even Hiro doesn't knows. Even Hiro does not know what it is. It is an announcement that I'm fully cooking on my own, and I should be able to get it done within 2 weeks. I was hoping before the end of the month, might be early August, but that'll be really fun. and it's good. It's gonna be really cool. Anyway, that being said, Shiro has this just amazing team. They have this amazing. They have this insane community. Wouldn't it be cool if little old Chavez, with his ragtag, daCat groupies, this group of there's like a dozen of us, where we're just just cooking, and it's just like it'll be fun, to have this dogfight with Shiro. Like, who's gonna be the higher one? Cat dogfight, cat fight, whatever you want to call it. Speaking of which, before let's go to Shiro's. Let's go to their X first, see if they post anything, and then we'll go to daCat. You cannot beat 58,000 followers. That is a lot. James, no, nothing on the X the past day, which is interesting. What are they saving up for? What are they cooking? Hi, Chuck. I watched the stream in my car on the ride home. So okay. Thank you for Open in. Boston College Magazine saying it's really expensive, but why? In his new book, VC professor Henrik Hattvedt shines a critical light on the economics of the art world. Okay, this isn't too long. Art isn't only a matter of aesthetics. In a world where most highly priced works can sell for millions, hundreds of millions, it's also big business, one that's shaped by market forces that many people never even consider. They should, says Henrik, an associate professor at marketing at Carroll School of Management. In his new book, Money and Marketing in the Art World, Hattvedt, a former full-time artist, offers a revealing look at why some contemporary artworks are valued so highly. Using marketing, research, and insights, he argues that talent and technical skill are now often irrelevant. Rather, he writes, it's the power of publicity and the allure of eye-popping price tags that woo money buyers, ultimately influence much of what we see in galleries and museums. Conspicuous consumption is huge in the contemporary art market, Hattvedt said. It's about the making of art as an event, rather than the making of well-crafted art itself. Oh, that is a good one. It's about the making of art as an event, rather than the making of well-crafted art itself. I'm screenshotting that, and we're gonna do something like this for daCat. Before technological advancements like computers made it faster and easier for just about anyone to make art, he said the time, labor, and talent of an artist were more dearly prized. But these days, coming up with conceptual stunt or simply attaching a hefty price tag to a piece are ways for an artist to stand out and make money. Consider, for example, a 200-pound pile of candy by artist Felix Gonzalez Torres that sold for $4.5 million in 2010. God damn. There's a cultural catch in being the person who owns a pricey work like that, Hattvedt explained. Today, people want something that makes you wonder, why on earth does this cost so much money? That raises eyebrows and gets press, and people are willing to pay a lot for it. Buyers want it, winds up in galleries, and this becomes a self-reinforcing circle. Born in Norway and trained as a visual artist in Florence, Hattvedt built a successful career exhibiting works across Europe and Asia. But he became disillusioned by the art world, watching many gifted artists struggle, while others with dubious merit made millions. Hattvedt decided to shift careers and study business, field that he said is at least honest about wanting to make money. That's in contrast to the quasi-intellectualism of the art world. He said a lot of people shove the market forces under the carpet and pretend it's just a world of brilliant people that we don't understand. He continued that I just want transparency. A lot of public money is used to subsidize museums and galleries, and I think it's important for people to understand how and why some of the pieces are represented. Goes on, take a look at the Fountain Marcel Duchamp 1917 top sale. That is insane, for 1.7 million. Balloon Dog series, top sale 58 million. What the actual fudge? Comedian Maurizio Catalan, that banana, 6.2 million. I distinctly remember that. People are insane. B&B reaches a new high of 800 doll hairs. What the fudge? That is bananas. Yep. Just read it. Thanks for the memories, even if they weren't so great. Okay, where were we? Kuma says, "What up, fam? What up? daCat in the house." Yeah. So speaking of daCat, again, I am putting my heart and soul into this. There's a reason why it's a $2 million market cap now. And I think that there's what we're deciding to do for the comic. We're going to make it an event. It's going to be something that 2025, I think, should sell out. That would sell out within a week, maybe a couple days. But if we did 1,000, it would sell out in an hour. If we did, if we did 1,000, it would sell out in an hour. There are a couple of this has like 14 first appearances in it. This has more first appearances than X-Men 1. It's mine. It's my first appearance. Like it's my first published work on VeVe. You'll have a bunch of crazy artists on here as well. It look, like I said, like you saw the artwork before. It looks freaking fantastic. We'll do some type of physical book as well, because I know people. Well, here's the thing: people want comics, but we also might do a hard book. I really have to gauge people's stuff on that. You know, their interest. A hard book, signed, etc. We're not going to be able to go to this year, but next year we're probably going to go to Comic-Con. Probably shouldn't have said that yet. Next year we're probably going to go to Comic-Con. I think by that point daCat will be a big enough name. We'll have a bunch of people there. I think it'll be really cool. Facts from Felix. We need Ozzy NFT, bro. I would love it. Where's my daCat? Oh my God, where are they? And I'll say, just announced on stream that daCat will be at New York Comic-Con 2026. So let me forward that to my whale chat. We're getting a booth for New York Comic-Con next year. I will likely pay for it myself, but that is what we're going to do, because that's what we're doing. F. Ozzy Osbourne, Rip the Legend. Several daCats, visit daCat link tree and become a daCat legend. Yes, gotta love it. daCat. I thank you. Hopefully, Coinbase will launch OMI on the platform soon. It'd be nice to see OMI make a small move. It might not. I think regardless of what's going to happen with Coinbase, which we should get on there at some point, it's just that NFT market is pumping. That will flow in, and again, it could take a couple months. That will flow into OMI. We probably have. I hope we have a couple months left. Is DEVVE going to be the first mover for me? I don't know. 10x from here, get me a nice 300-ish K, almost 400K. Yeah, I'll take a piece of that, and I'll buy another 200 million OMI. I'll get close to $500 million. And I'd buy a bit more Definity as well. But again, right now I just have no. Right now I just have like no more money left, so we'll see. So you demand, right? I'm trying. No rest for the wicked, but I hope Ozzy rests in peace. Legend, absolute legend, absolute heckin' legend. Love this man. Hey, Rand, what's up, Mr. MC1? How you doing, brother? Mr. MC1 that owns 10% of this channel is going to get a very nice payday. Well, I mean, he's already received a bunch of paydays, but we get a very nice payday before the end of the year. This channel, if all goes according to plan, this channel will be worth over $1 million by the end of the year. I'll raise some money. I'll go in and buy whatever crypto is still undervalued at that moment. There are some other companies that I think will do really well as well, in which I have partial ownership of. But I think daCat, because daCat owns $7,500 worth of a institution, of a name that. Of a name. Can't say what it is yet. Might not be able to say for a while. But daCat owns a big part of that. Well, they don't. They own a very, 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 very small part. But 7,500 is not bad, and I think it'll do. I think that 7,500 will be worth 35K, 40K at some point next year. And again, that's on daCat's portfolio, just like they have OMI, just like obviously they have daCat, they have some ETH on there. Really want to get daCat on more people's balance sheets. Vogue says, I agree with what you said yesterday. NFTs will pump first, then OMI. Tempted to grab a walt, but 1.8K OMI is hard to get. 1,800. Oh my God, that's how much waltz are going for on Stacker. Yeah, I don't blame you. I wouldn't do that either. Actually, it's a 9 million OMI. God, nope. Nope. Now, granted, that's for a 3-digit. So, 3-digit, not bad. But yeah, that's a lot. Vogue, question. If you're still here, would you do it for 1.7K? Would you do it for 1.7K? And then I'll see if I can do something for you. It would be a 3-digit, but yeah, I just want to see if I could do that for you. Digitals, people are obsessing too much on the VeVe grails. There's massive gains to be made from the commons. Yeah, agreed. Like the commons last cycle outperformed the secret rares in everything. Like the lower the rarity, the more it did. It was wild. So yeah, I think that you're right. That's exactly what happened last cycle. It's very possible that happens again. First appearance is first appearance, and if you can't get the ultra rare or secret rare, get a common. They're cheaper, they're a lot more liquid, and they have better gains. So again, like right, even now, I have very few secret rare comics. I have 160 common Vengeance #1s. I don't have any of the secret rares. I have a common first appearance Hawkeye. I have a common first appearance She-Hulk. I don't have any secret rares. Strange Tales 126. I have 6 commons. I have 2 rares. I have 29 Fantastic Four #1 commons. I don't have a secret rare. So yeah, I absolutely agree. I think the commons are going to have a much more upside. J2 says people will eventually rotate to cheaper NFTs. Agreed. What up, Bill Gardner? Earth2 version 1 is live. Love it. Actually, let me see what the shoot. Let me see what Fantastic Four #1 is right now for the common, because I only have 29 and I want more. It's $11.50. Why don't you guys let me buy cheap? Okay, what about Fantastic Four #5? I know Fantastic Four #1, that has 60,000 mints, but Fantastic Four #5 only has 30,000 mints, and that's first appearance Doom. But unfortunately, I only have 60 doll hairs, and tomorrow I really got to save for the that Silver Surfer #1. So I'm gonna go get that bread. Assassin's Creed. They're pushing the Assassin's Creed, which is cool. Anyway, before I move on, because we still have a bunch of the show to do, I want to ask y'all. Speaking of the show. Oh, shoot. If y'all can smash that like button, that is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon stars. Oh, yeah, thank you. Super thanks button. Smash it. Okay. So we did Devi, we did daCat. Let's do some Definity. Do some Definita. Ooh, they are down 5.5. Oh, they are down 6% on the day to 3.8 cents. Just under $6 million market cap, just a bit outside. And they have 21,000 in volume. I think most of that is, oh yeah, there's like nothing of that on MEXC. That's like 15% of the volume's on MEXC. Everything else is on Uniswap. I guess there's a super tiny amount, actually like over $1,000 on PancakeSwap. Strange. I don't know why they have that. Everything should be on ETH. But that's Definity. It's one of those things there. I wish I could have got more at 2 cents, but I did not. I did not get any more at 2 cents. I will get more at some point. I'll let y'all know. Keep y'all posted. Yeah, that is, like I said, it looks like DEVVE's up a nice 20, 25%, 28% today. If it goes crazy, I'll rotate out of that. We'll get more Definity, get more daCat, get more OMI, maybe get more ladies on Solana. I was on the Space Penguin space yesterday, and I'd pretty much just showed Definity. I was like, guys, and full transparency, me and my network own like 7.5% of the supply for Definity. I own a bit of the company. They own part of the channel. They own part of daCat. So yeah, just generally a lot of generally it's just a lot of. I try to be as unbiased as possible. I can't help but be biased because I know the company. I know they're doing incredible things. Actually, we have a little bit of news from Definity. It's from Michael Sawek saying, I'm excited to share a development that marks an important step in Definity Markets' long-term strategy. We've welcomed Bensi Rabi, co-founder and CEO of Utila, to our board as non-executive advisor. For those of you who may not know, Bensi and the team have been doing some pioneering work building the pipes and wires for digital assets. Now, what does this mean for us? Simply put, Bensi will be working hand in glove with our folks at Definity Markets. The idea is to swap ideas and look for fresh ways to grow opportunities in both digital asset space and the good old foreign exchange markets. We're talking about bringing these two worlds closer for some of the more sophisticated players out there. This isn't just a handshake deal. It's part of a larger shared vision between Utila and Definity Markets to build the kind of robust, reliable infrastructure that big institutional players will need to securely hold and move their digital assets. Ultimately, we're aiming for a world where traditional money and digital assets can flow seamlessly side by side. It's about laying down the groundwork for the future, patiently and thoughtfully. This kind of future doesn't happen overnight. It requires experience, patience, and partnerships with people who understand the long game. That's exactly why we're thrilled to have Bensi on board at Definity Markets. So again, they're making all the right moves. Wherever they are, should add a 0 to them because they're going insane, and they'll continue. What's up, Omar? Good evening. Hi, Omar. Hi, MC1. daCat Alpha. Yeah, we got some Alpha live on air here. We're going to be at New York Comic Con in 2026. Gringo Dingo. The problem with Earth2 is that it's still far away from open to the public, outside the existing user base. Nobody can try it. You can still try it. You can still like do stuff on there. You can still raid people. You can still build side droids. You can still buy and sell the land, buy and sell the jewels. You can still stake stuff. So you can still do a lot of stuff. And even from the existing, only some 100 people. If you're talking about Earth2 version 1, sure, but the rest of them, yeah, you can do a lot of stuff there. I think Essence Price will only take off after it's public to everyone who wants to make an account. You could be right. It might not, even after it might be delayed after that. When the VeVe app came out in like November of 2020, OMI didn't pump until like 3 months later. So it's possible that everyone will be able to make this stuff, and then it's possible it doesn't pump for like months later, or it runs beforehand. Again, it's crypto. Like, you need to catch that narrative with the metaverse. When you do, if they do, which they should go nuts. Now, 300 testers currently for E2. Earth2 will be a juggernaut in the next few years. Agreed. VeVe all-time highs during New York. Bro, that would be insane. We would be balling out over there. Balling out. Let's see how this year goes. I think E2 needs to be public and multiplayer. That can still take some years. It's possible. But they're going to be... The token will do very well this bull run. Now, this bull run could last a long time. We don't know. I love Nounish collectibles. They're really good. Really good. I love them as well. Jason Pena 2000, thanks for being a member. Saying, okay, Randy, rank the VeVe annual events by location. The VeVe events, or because I mean, you can go to San Diego Comic-Con, not go to any VeVe thing and still have a great time. You can go to San Diego Comic-Con and it completely ignore the con and just go to VeVe events and have an instant, like, San Diego was so good because New York is, it's a little chilly in October. Like it's a little chilly. You know, sometimes you need a little jacket. Sometimes, you know, and it's hard to cosplay as someone with, you know, no sleeves when it's like, you know, 40, 50 degrees out. Again, New York in October, a little chilly. But bro, New York, some of the best food. But San Diego is sunny. It's not girls wearing scantily clad stuff. You get a bit more attention from the ladies at San Diego. New York, not gonna lie, the women look a little rougher. San Diego, nice. And it's just San Diego, I think, is a bit safer. New York, you know, sometimes you might have to go in and be like, oh, all right, not go too far astray. San Diego, the con takes over, like the good set, because in New York Comic Con, like yeah, Javits Center, and then you know there's here, and but you know it doesn't really take over the whole place. San Diego takes over the convention center, takes over Petco Park, it takes over all the stuff east of that, and for like several blocks, and it's a main event of the city. In New York Comic Con, you have these people going like, "Oh yeah, that must be that Comic Con that's going on." You know, like they don't really get into it. They don't like New York. New York does not give a fuck about Comic Con. The rest of us, they're just like, "Oh yeah, that's that Comic Con." You know, they don't care. They still go on living their lives. But San Diego embraces it. San Diego is just like, welcome. Let us take your money. New York is just like, I don't give a fudge who you are. You know, they're just going to keep going about their lives. But San Diego is just a bit nicer. New York has such good food though, and that counts for a lot. But San Diego is just, I don't know. People like West Coast is just chill. People are nicer. New York is a bit funnier. New York New York be wilding. But dude, Vegas last year, bro. Okay. So this is for anyone that's never been to a VeVe event before. There's the cliques, there's the groups. I feel like I can, you know, chill with anyone. Vegas last year, there was me and Crypto Rain and VeVe Fam Bam and Tammy, and it was I think Sparky was with us. There was just, you know, like Taps was with us, Rita Baby and Dog Boy. So that like there was, and especially when Heather was there, and Packaging Dude, and so there's some debauchery going on, right? There's some like the rated R superstars, and that is not for everyone, which is fine. We have a special. We get a little crazy. But then if you want to have some good, wholesome fun that your partner back home will be fine with, that you could be seen on a jumbotron with, doing any activity with these people, they'll be fine. There's the Magic Crew. There was Magic Mansion. You had VeVe Magic, the OMI homies, Max and Janie. You have like that entire crew that is just, love those people, and they are like some of the best people that VeVe has to offer, and it's just a beautiful fellowship of people that you want with you. Like you feel 100% safe always and forever with them. Where it's definitely, you know, not G rated, but it's definitely a little more like PG-13. I even told Ben when Ben was, you know, co-CEO, I was like, hey, listen, we're by all means come say hi. But you should really spend most of your time with VeVe Magic and that crew, because God forbid you get someone sees you doing something naughty with us. That wouldn't be good. And so again, you can choose your. It's like a book. You can choose your own adventure. You could choose, you know, where you want to go. Vegas is just great because it's Vegas. It's like when Eddie Guerrero talks about WrestleMania 20. He's like, WrestleMania 20 was special because it was WrestleMania 20. Talking about like fighting Kurt Angle for the title. Oh my God, so good. And then Chris Benoit. Anyway, they're all good for their own reasons. New York is just insanely expensive. San Diego was expensive last year too, but VeVe Fam Bam said something before that broke my freaking heart. She posted something. I commented like, cool, and she's like, this is my first event without you. Like this is the first event that she's going to that I will not be there. And we've been friends for a long time. and I love her, and I wish I was there. The investments right now have to come first. Everything, it's such a pivotal moment for me where I need to get more Definity. I need to get more OMI. Need to get more DEVVE. I need to get a bunch of this stuff on, because not only is this stuff undervalued, like this stuff was undervalued a year ago, but obviously a year ago it was like it would keep going down, and you still have a year to stack. I don't think we probably have another couple months left to stack. Maybe we don't. Maybe all this happens, in August, and then we have 2 weeks left to stack, and then it goes boom. But I think we likely have like a month or two, before stuff really starts to pop off. The $5,000 that I would have spent going to San Diego, if not like $5,000 to $10,000 going to San Diego, I bought 2 more gold logos. I bought 2 partner statues. I bought AF15 Ultra. I bought a ton more OMI. Again, up to 275 now million. And maybe I should have. Maybe I should have been like, all right, Chavez, you don't need 3 logos. You can go to Comic-Con, right? Maybe I didn't need to go from 220 million OMI to 275. Maybe I didn't need to do that. But I think those things are not just going to be worth the 5 to 10 grand that I would have spent going to San Diego. I think that will be worth a 10x from that over the next 6 to 8 months. So this is why I was like, I don't even want to go to New York Comic-Con, because like I have to. Well, I don't have to. I actually really don't have to. Although now I might have to. Somebody bought tickets already, and I didn't really tell them to. They did it without asking me, but it's fine. I'm sure stuff will be up by then, but yeah, like it depends if you've never been to New York will be great, unless it eats you alive. San Diego, super safe, super awesome, super fun. Vegas, sometimes it gets you, man. Like if you were with us in Vegas with my crew, you needed to be experienced in the partying art form. If you were not, would not have been a good night. You would have got wrecked. God, what was more fun? I don't know. Last year at San Diego, we just had a house. We had the Chavez household, and it was great. VeVe Zombie comes in, gives me like the greatest compliment. Like we meet each other, we add each other on Facebook, and then after like maybe 45 minutes of being there, he's just like, bro, you're exactly the same as you are on YouTube. I was like, why wouldn't I be? So yeah, like that in the Chavez house, that was so much fun. Crypto Rain burnt like 8 pizzas last year. But like, I'm gonna text them that. They're like telling the stream how this time last year you burnt like 8 pizzas in the oven. Actually, last year people got sick. I think Rain got sick. Tammy got sick. I think it was the spaghetti. I don't know. I remember being so hungover one day. I'm like sipping my Gatorade. I'm like, and eating this pasta, and it's like, oh, I'm feeling better now. Great times. And anyway, we still have to, enough strolling down memory lane. Just want to say New York Comic-Con. I mean, New York is New York is so much fun. I think because like last year there was no VeVe Gold logo event, or there might have been a logo event at the house, like Pro the Doge is there, but New York Comic-Con, Mr. MC1 goes ham on that. And obviously seeing you're a big part. You are a big part of the New York space. And if you would have super chat, I would have said it 100%. Mbaku, what's up, Kulmo? Forever. All right, bro, Kulmo, I thought of you. I didn't send this to you in case you thought, all right. So as you know, Ozzy Osbourne has passed away. But maybe you didn't know that. So I didn't want to send you the rip Ozzy Smith meme. If you would have been like, wait, did Ozzy Smith die? I don't actually know if he's dead or not, or alive. I feel like he's alive. But someone said rip Ozzy, and they showed Ozzy Smith, and I was like, no, not Ozzy Smith. I was gonna send that to you. I was like, wait, if he doesn't know, I had a bunch of meetings today. I didn't know if you would have like been freaking out, like, oh, he died, and it's like, no, he's still alive, still alive. But I thought of you immediately. I was like, oh, bro. Ronnie says, I just don't see VeVe reaching all-time high, guys. Well, it depends on which collectible. I'm trying to think what will the Batman Killer Croc statue go to $2,500? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. It won't get to half that price. But a lot of the grails will 100% go to all-time high. Bots, double-edged sword. Bilgar says, I prefer both. Handbooks to read, comics for grading and hanging up. Agreed. With you, wish you well, Randy. You're the best, always keeping VeVe and OMI going strong. I do my best. Sometimes it's enough. Sometimes it's not. Hey, yo. Ethereum ETFs recorded net inflows of 3.57 billion in July, marking the highest monthly inflow seen so far. Okay, we did daCat, we did OMI, we did Shiro, we did Devi, do DeLorean, do a little DMC, see where it's at. DeLorean is up. It's up 1.2% on the day to 00522. Did they send me the rest of my tokens? They have not yet. Not that it matters because it's worth so little, but I believe that they will. I believe they'll do well. So I will not sell here. If it goes lower, I might get a little more. Keep y'all posted. I will let you know. I believe in a thing called love. Maybe Zombie says, "Yo, what? Oh, Zombie, I was just talking about you. All good things. All good things." DeLorean, 10 million in volume, $15 million market cap. I have to. I'm gonna go hang on this thing here because my back is killing me. Okay. Okay. How many seconds has it been, guys? Okay. All right. Hopefully that helps. Might not help, but maybe it does. We'll see. Ow. Okay, we're gonna back on this. Get the blankie. Gotta get the blankie. Cover the legs. Gotta get the blankie to cover the toes. Holy fuck. Okay, what we got here? What else we got? Definity. Okay, yeah, we did everything except for OMI. What most of y'all are here for? OMI is actually up as well, 1% on the day to 0002. Very nice. 000203. 1.5 million in volume, $56 million market cap. Really nothing new here. Again, what goes up first, OMI or the DEVVE? We're not sure. Mega Evolution returns to Pokemon TCG in a big way. Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Mega Venusaur EX from Mega Evolution are connected illustrations. Oh my goodness! Oh, that looks so freaking cool. Shout out to Omar for telling me that. That is freaking awesome. Yeah, there's a lot of news to go over today. Folks, it's still a little high, but keep it in mind or touch base at a later date. No problem, folks. Well, let me know what would have worked for you. How far away are we from reaching a deal? Sean Berg, peace, man. Well, guys, so seeing the E2 avatars run around on our properties is oh, that must look so cool. Send me a video. We're saying Randy is spot on with the New Yorkers, but yeah. I live there. Like I remember making a video a few years ago, being like, "All right, what to expect at Comic-Con," and it was just like, "Don't go for the horse-drawn carriages. If a monk ever wants to give you something, don't, because they're going to charge you for it. Don't offer to listen or buy people's mixtapes. When the sun goes down, stay above ground." Okay, we're good. Yeah. Don't do the subway late at night. I see West Coast calls out. Yeah, they're pretty great. Turtle, this is Randy. Brilliant, super quick dissect of the article from BC Professor. How the heck do you do? Oh, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. I love his quote that he puts in here. It's about making of art as an event rather than the making of well-crafted art itself. Yeah, it's about the event. Sell the fizzle, not the steak. That's there. Okay, I'm charging that. Thank you, Senor. Cardinal says, "What's cracking, Senor DeCat? You still playing Pokemon Go? Not as much as I should. I sent you a trade. Oh, just get you playing it. Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my God, yes, I will take a look at that after I am done here. I would totally do that. I love this stuff. Seems like your comic needs to be a digital with a one-of-one artwork. Oh, okay. I didn't even think about a one-of-one. Okay, yeah, we could do that. In it that sells for 6 figures. I don't know who. We could definitely do a one-of-one that sells for 5 figures. I don't know. 6 figures is a lot. For what? Again, we could do a one-of-one and it would definitely sell for 5. But again, we'll be doing airdrops of a, like, hey, who stacked this comic? Who has this mint? We'll do bounties. It's going to be really cool, and I can't wait. Cardinal Ghost Letters. I meant to use Pokemon TCG Pocket, not Pokemon Go. Oh, okay. 420. Please. So it seems like a comic needs to have a digital component with a random one-on-one that sells. Yeah. Yeah. Digital would be really cool too. I don't know how we would do that. Let me see what fresh heck is over here. There's so many. Where is even the? Okay. Let me put this to them as well. What they talking? Oh my God! Making my own decision. Meow meow meow. A junkie without an addiction. On my way to fill your bag says, I caught your video from earlier. It was a great watch. I'm looking forward to seeing the future unfold. Same here, fam. Same here. Bro, you can't. No, bad. Bad Felix. You can't say the N-word. Omar saying the mega cards of the new Pokemon TCG or yeah, bro, that looks so good. Pokemon Go had huge announcements. I bet it did. Maybe 1.4-ish. Oh, Eliza, like that for the floor, absolutely. But for 3-digit, I can't do it. But I agree for the floor, like yeah. I mean, you can get something for the floor for 1,300. But again, for 3-digit, wouldn't be able to. Anyway, let's continue on, shall we? Let's do. Oh, Omar sent me another one. Yeah, Mega Dragonite. I think I have something that I could. Maybe I don't. No, I don't. I thought I had something that was Mega Dragonite-ish. Oh yes. Finally, Dragonite. I guess they get his antennas became things. All right. Anyway. We have, what do we have here? We went over the Johnny Depp stuff yesterday. What do we have as far? We have something from David that we should have. It's too late now. It was days ago, and it doesn't really have much. It doesn't really have any alpha in it. But what we can do from yesterday. All my troubles seem so far away. Right. Charizard. Okay, Burger. Okay, good. Pokemon the movie came out. Pokemon the movie 2000 came out 25 years ago yesterday, which is insane. SEC Chair Paul Atkins says that crypto stablecoins will help to lower costs and lower risks in the market. We can now move to an instantaneous, almost settlement payment versus delivery for securities, thanks to on-chain stablecoin. Love it. That date was given. daCat was doing well yesterday. Market cap. Back in July 2021, Keyboard Monkey 3 bought a zombie CryptoPunk and sold it less than 48 hours later for $1 million gain. I don't think you understand how stupid things can get over and at what speed. Slug says, my take is that gems are on their way out and VeVe's moving to USDC. That would be awesome. Where you live in New York, Brandon? I used to. Well, not in Manhattan. I used to live in Massapequa, Huntington, Massapequa again. Then, God, what was the name of that shitty place that I lived? It was, I don't even remember. Coram, Coram, and that was a rough neighborhood. It was hysterical. There's quite a bit of crime. There was quite a bit of crime. But yeah, it was, it had some characters in it, bro. When I tell you, I had this guy, I would help him, you know, with gold and silver stuff. I would help his clients with gold and silver stuff, other investments. And he would be like, Javi, what's going on, Javi? What do we got going on today, Javi? What crypto am I buying? He would buy all these VeVe stuff, like sub 100s. Like, yo, I like these little. He would curse. He would shout slurs and expletives. Never meant anything bad by it. One time he like took me out. Be like, Javi, look over here. There's a massage parlor right next to a daycare. Who does that? You don't go in there, Chavi. You'll wake up and you'll get lice, Chavi. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, went in there once. I woke up with lice. Like, he went to get a massage, and was that his way of telling me, like, crabs? Like pubic lice? I don't know. He was such a strange character. He was so wild. He was so cool. I would have loved to have gotten him on the podcast. He has so many stories from jail, so many stories from just people trying to rip him off. So I was just like, yeah, went to his house, Chavi, and I, pressed my arms forward like I was being a good little Christian boy. My mother raised me to, Chavi, and it was a major. This is this trap house, and this one big black dude named Bubba answered Chavi's like, what are you? What the fuck do you want? It's like, no, sir. I won't say his name. My name is Mr. Turtle, and I'm here to see Blaine. I'll make his name Blaine. He's like, I don't know who you're talking about. He's like, so with all due respect, I know Blaine's inside, and I just want him to come out. And if he doesn't come out, I'm going in. And then Blaine comes out. He starts slapping the shit out of him. Bro, this dude was a menace, and I loved him. And he always wanted, like, he was always like, oh, Chavi, when are we going to San Diego, Chavi? When are we going to New York? Take me to this event, Chavi. You gotta get me laid, Chavi. And I would be like, I will make that happen for you if you want. And he's like, yeah, Chavi, you gotta get me with the girls, Chavi. Like, you're a superstar, Chavi. I see you on YouTube all the time, Chavi. And I was like, yeah, like, in this small corner of the internet, yeah, I think I'm pretty well liked. As like, I'm gonna walk in there, like, we're gonna go in a limo, Chavi. We're gonna get a Tesla, Chavi. And I was like, I'm not driving. He's like, no, they're gonna drive us, Chavi. He should be a character in the comic. But no, anyway, he was from this place called Coram. It's like, Chavi, this is what you got to do. You got to start blogging outside of this area and start interviewing the homeless, Chavi. Call it straight out of Coram. What they would do is they would go to Home Depot, like in this parking lot. They would rob the Home Depot, and then they would try to sell us the shit that they just stole from Home Depot. And sometimes they'd be like, Chavi, you get this like leaf blower that costs like $45. Like, Chavi, you got this leaf blower for $12.50. You can't go wrong. And so he wanted me to make this blog called Straight Out of Coram. And I just like, I really did want to do that because that seemed fun. Like, he would go down to like 7-Eleven. Like, see, Chavi, what you got to do is you got to buy a bunch of the stuff in 7-Eleven. And then you got to give them out to the community, Chavi. That's how you build community. If you're not big in your own community, Chavi, then you're not going to be big in the world. This is what you got to do, Chavi. And I was like, that's nice. And I did that a few times just to be like, hey, watch my car. Make sure, because he told me stories like, yeah, Chavi, we had this one homeless guy. They called him Santa Claus because he was big and fat. I had this big beard. And I see Chavi, what we would do is I just, give him a little weed, Chavi. I just give him some ring, give him some ring things, and be like, you know what? When we would go out, he would watch our cars. There's a lot of times we would come back, all these other cars would be fucked up, but not my car, Chavi. Want to know why? Because Santa Claus would take care of me, Chavi. It's one of the most entertaining places that I've ever been on Earth, and it's just it would make such a great series. Or so the screening Fantastic Four VeVe should be great, right? Stream tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna stream tomorrow. I might have to, bro. I might stream 3 times tomorrow because there's Silver Surfer comes out at 11. And then I have a podcast with Oleg. I don't even know his last name. The dude's from Sweatcoin. And then I have a meeting right after that. I'm gonna try to rest my voice and sleep because then I have a Volt Space, then Heine Coin thing, and then I have to stream at 8. It's just this is like my hell. I have so much stuff going on. I have a Crappy Bird Space on Thursday, 11:30. Then we have VeVe announcement at Hall H. What's that going to be about? Looks like it's going to be Johnny Depp. Then this mechanical cake thing that's at 1 p.m. Okay, then I have a chiropractic appointment at 4. Then I have to stream at 8 again. It's just, bro, it's wild. Friday, hopefully, I have like one. Like this is my calendar, and it's just it like Harambe. It never gets easier. Yeah. Anyway, I'll probably stream like 3 times tomorrow, maybe twice. I don't know. And Long Island. Because I understand if I do okay on the next few drops, or any of my base players can do well, meet closer to available. Yep, of course, there's the horse. Licensed on my way to Philly bag. The impersonation's killing me. Doctor Strange actually met him. Doctor Strange like knew who he was. Go to like an hour 8, hour 10 on here. Be like, hey, Doctor Strange, go here. Is this person for real? Doctor Strange would be like, yep. He knows him. Ugh, my back. Doctor Strange is so cool. I miss that dude. Yeah. Hey baby, hey. Boys say, hey baby, hey. Boys get the girls in the back. Sorry. Where were we? Okay, all right, let's go over the rest of the news. Let's do let's do a little Devi. All right, still at 54 cents, not bad. J Dubs says if OMI hits 0003 by August 1st, currently 0002, so it has to increase by 50%. He's going to give 10 million OMI to one follower who comments below. Just drop your VeVe username or a pic of a collectible / comic you own on VeVe. Again, if it goes up by 50%, he'll give away 10 million OMI. My man. Yeah, Chamath Palihapitiya saying Coinbase sent me one of their rare commemorative Satoshi Nakamoto Coinbase 1 cards, 1 of 21. Excited to get my own in the fall, which comes with a 4% back via Bitcoin. Long live Bitcoin. So if you use it, you get 4% back in Bitcoin, which is insane. A couple of my friends already signed up for that. Andrew Forte is saying more institutions are looking to buy NFTs. GameSquare announced an NFT treasury. It'll start with $10 million. And their intention is to get 6 to 10% return. It could get very stupid very soon in the best way. GameSquare says, as part of our expanded program, the board has approved a new NFT yield strategy, an initial 10 million allocation. The updated treasury framework enables the company to actively deploy capital into high-quality Ethereum-based assets and generate sustainable stablecoin yield, targeting a 6 to 10% return. Andrew Forte says, institutions are buying your NFTs. Bitwise has an NFT fund that performs better than the S&P 500. These are their holdings and returns. It's Pudgy Penguins, CryptoPunks, Sporty Yacht Club, Mutant 8, Lil Pudgy's, Milady Maker, and Azuki. Federal Housing Director Polte says Fed Chair Jerome Powell's resignation speech is coming soon. Good. BlackRock and Fidelity just bought $228 million worth of Ethereum. Whales are loading, and my back is destroyed, so I need to go hang again real quick. I feel like you're going to see my butt. Sorry if you do. I'm going to do this way. Did you see my butt? Hope you didn't, but maybe I hope you did a little bit. I don't know. Boy, I'm dead. I'm dead again. Okay. Put this back. Okay. This like a Pomeranian. Okay. There we go. Move this over here. Okay. Oh, we're okay. We're good. We're going back. Open fees to join us tomorrow at that was today, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They had on Miami Ape interview Spencer from Moonbirds. Oh, I should have that. I put that like in my. I didn't put it in my calendar. Why didn't I? Well, fuck that up. My bad. $4.3 trillion JP Morgan considers offering loans backed by clients' cryptocurrency holdings. Let's go. MicroStrategy aims to raise another $500 million for Bitcoin buys with new preferred series. Wild. Global liquidity relative to Bitcoin supply has reached a 12-year high with 5.7 million in global M2 supply per Bitcoin in circulation. NASDAQ-listed electric car maker Volcon closes $500 million raise for Bitcoin treasury strategy. How is Bitcoin only 120? It should be a multiple of that. Well, it will eventually. JP Morgan Chase explores lending secured by clients' cryptocurrencies. A lot of people doing that. David Yu posted a reel about oh god, what's the name of this card? Oh my god, is this a Mansell card? Looks like a Mansell card. 1986, $3,500. 1996, 121,000. 2025, $40 million. Definitely a Mantle, not a Honus Wagner. $410 billion PNC Bank has partnered with Coinbase to offer crypto services. Let's go. $4 trillion banking giant JP Morgan to offer Bitcoin-backed loans. Here we go. Here we go now. Here we go now. Meow, meow. Sorry. Meow, 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 meow. Need to do that to Emily. Yeah. Drop the F-bomb. Sorry. Excited to see. Okay, we have to go to I_M_Clow. Oh, all right, because he has something posted today, which I think needs to be said. It's exciting to see giants like JP Morgan exploring crypto-backed loans with a $4.3 trillion asset base that could push the entire sector toward greater integration with traditional finance. Yes, you understood well. Loans and payments instantly and without risks. This kind of evolution makes the crypto world more accessible for everyone. DEVVE Exchange will offer the best TradFi and DeFi, extreme scalability on the DEVVEX blockchain, non-custodial transactions with atomic transaction sets for instant settlement, and regulatory compliance through customized shards. This is where Devise by DEVVE Exchange shines. Patented liquidity engine that takes it to the next level. It operates through liquidity caches holding assets like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Fiat, or DEVVE, enabling automated market making for limit orders, riskless lending with on-chain contracts, and real-time payments via contingent transaction sets, all without slippage, cutting risks and costs for a seamless experience. In practice, Devise lets users and institutions contribute liquidity, share revenue from fees and lending, and dynamically balance assets to maximize efficiency. All will turn around DEVVE and Fiat really, really high. It's a clear advantage in an evolving market, making the financial future more inclusive and secure for everyone. Absolutely incredible. Love that. Who's over here? What's up, Crowner? How's it going, man? How you doing, brother? Yeah. FBI drops investigation into Kraken crypto exchange founder. Very good. Very good. This is today. I don't need to. Okay. Gone about an hour and a half. I think we're good to go, but we should go to X and see what the X is telling us to do. Let's see what they're talking about. Get ready for our space. Joey Swoles update. Joey Swoles being sued? Oh no, he's not. Never mind. I love Joey Swoll though. He'll come on the podcast at some point. 1.1 million followers, and he follows me. Well, he's only following 200 people, but anyway, I love him. Keep train rolling. Crypto Cosmo is having this daily bullish vote. Absolutely completed. Same. I vote every day on CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko. That's Nassau says Uranus is warmer than we thought. That's what she said. Make good things. VeVe Viral says VeVe digital collectibles. OMI is my homie. Hashtag NFT. Hashtag base. Love him. Love that. Dr. Stuff says, I've never had more utility from a single NFT than the gold and silver logo from VeVe Official. And shout out to Mr. MC1 for getting this video to 116,000 people. Dude is a absolute mad lad. Love this man. Oh gosh, my body. He's oh god, absolutely incredible. It is my biggest bet on VeVe. It's my biggest bet. Anyway, Trump scores a trade deal hat trick. Japan, Philippines, Indonesia. Let's go, Trump. Get that bread. Crypto Cosmo giving me that fire. Love it. Lord Loomers just got done filming an episode of PBS podcast. Got signed. Oh, that's cool. Orange bag lady. Oh, we love you, OBL. Ozzy Oz. Oh man, who posted this from Ozzy's account? So more sadness than mere words that can convey that we have to report that our beloved Ozzy Osbourne had passed away this morning. He was with his family, surrounded by love. I ask everyone to respect our family privacy this time. Sharon, Jack, Kelly, Amy, and Lewis. We love the 2026 New York Comic Con is scheduled to return to Jacob K. Javits Convention Center in Manhattan from Thursday, October 8th through Sunday, October 11th. Okay. All right. New York Comic Con. And then put it all here. New York Comic Con. All right. New York Comic Con. We're not going to be there all 4 days. We might just be there 1 or 2 days for daCat, if that. But we're definitely going. We are definitely going. I mean, I might only be there for 1 or 2 days. Probably just 1 day. You might have others might be there. You're a whale in my eyes, Randy. Oh, thanks, Bay. I don't know who bullish on Devi is, but he says you're a whale in my eyes, Randy. He's like, oh, thanks, Bay. Thank you, friendo. Ooh. Simpson saying Rip Ozzy. Mara Nawful says Trump, Tulsi's hotter than everyone. Where's Tulsi? She's like hotter than everybody. She found out Barack Hussein Obama led a group of people and they cheated in the elections. Okay, I don't know if that's true. Apparently the evidence points that way. I don't know if that's true though. Trump says Obama cheated on the elections. They cheated violently, viciously in the elections of violent people. How much of this is we delivered the largest tax cut in American history, largest spending cut in American history, and the largest border security investment in American history, which is great. Tomorrow's the first Tesla earnings call of the robo-taxi era. Is that Ed Sheeran? Damn. That's so great. Trump says we just completed a massive deal with Japan, perhaps the largest deal ever made. Japan will invest at my direction $550 billion into the United States, which will receive 90% of the profits. This deal will create hundreds of thousands of jobs. There has never been anything like it. Perhaps most importantly, Japan will open their country to trade, including cars and trucks, rice, and certain other agricultural products and other things. Japan will pay reciprocal tariffs to the U.S. of 15%. This is a very exciting time for the U.S., and especially for the fact that we will continue to always have a great relationship with the country of Japan. Thank you for the attention to this matter. That is incredible. Block, spin the block. Non-fungible, wonderful. So thanks to NFT IG for using my song called I Got NFTs. Yo, that's amazing. Epic, bro. Non-fungible, wonderful is the man. And again, love that dude. He's a good egg, and we love him. Also, sticker. Can't get that. Get out of my page. Okay. What else we got here? There are protected whistleblowers that were protected to show the evidence. Bro, that's insane. So I haven't really looked at that. The most news I got of Obama the last few days is that he was on this podcast with Michelle, and he did something, like apparently he admitted to. I don't know. Getting a lot of conjecture. Do I even have 0.1%? 1%. Hold on. What the fudge is the market cap of DEVVE? The market cap of DEVVE 47. Yeah. So I don't even have. Yeah, I don't even have that. Yeah, I don't have a ton of that. I need to get more DEVVE. That's what I need to do. I just need to get more DEVVE. Anyway, let's continue on. Max just had his first s'mores ever. It's insane. Continue to build your dreams, everybody. Continue to build. Short the dollar, long the JPEGs. It's hysterical. Goes to show how large and active this community is. Damn, people feeling 98% good about OMI today. It's incredible. Tina Garcia giving some of those rockets. Happy B-Day, Foster Hill. Elon says, legal immigration of hardworking, talented people should be quick and easy. We have this bizarre situation, which is mind-blowing, that it's easier to get into this country as a murderer than as a Nobel laureate. That is not an exaggeration. If you have opportunity to say, have like a LeBron James or Steve Curry on our team, you'd be like, yeah, that would make total sense. Our team's going to win. We need to have things be what they should, which is that legal immigration of honest, hardworking, talented people is quick and easy, and coming into the country illegally is hard. That's how it should be. Agreed 100%, Elon. 100,000%. Masterpiece. It's gonna be a good minute. Okay, let's go over ladies on Solana here, because I didn't look at that before. I should have. Ladies on Solana, $42,000 market, up 4% on the day, and 7K in liquidity. Nice. I have 8% of the supply. So 8% of that supply. I might get more. I don't know. There's a lot of other stuff to go over. What I do want to go over here is that I have now a Quakey on the Rise NFT. It's currently a 1.5 SOL on the floor. So I might get the other one at some point. I don't know. There's only 100 of them. They have a lot of interesting stuff that they're doing there. It's just some of my moves. I had them on the show yesterday. It was great. Jesus. And again, hour 30. So I have a lot of stuff to do. So I'm going to get that bread. Everyone class dismissed. I will maybe be live in the next 13 hours, and then live again with Oleg from Sweatcoin. I don't even know where. What is it on WhatsApp? Yeah. Telegram. Okay. OFO. He'll be on. He'll be on tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard. All right, guys. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say goodbye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love y'all. Bye, guys. Yeah. See y'all tomorrow.